This is going to be the extras video that I wanted to include at the end of my tutorial. I wanted to talk about a few things here, specifically some of the things that I maybe didn't explain fully in the tutorial videos themselves, but also some strats I didn't mention at all in the videos. I have specific reasons for each strat as to why I didn't mention them, but I figured I'd talk about them here instead. The first thing I wanted to explain is my clip setups. You'll notice in my videos I don't talk too much in detail about my setups, and that's because they're really not very precise. The most important part of a clip is the timing. You want to make sure you're not releasing the box too late, or you'll end up inside of the box. You want to make sure you're not releasing it too early, or you'll end up just not being pushed through the wall at all. The actual location of the clips is really not very specific for most of them. Obviously this depends on the clip itself, as for example the second fire extinguisher clip in the prologue is very precise in terms of where you have to stand and how you have to do it. Now I wanted to talk about some more specific things that I maybe missed out in the videos. The first few of which are in Detroit 1. At the very beginning, as you're leaving Seraph headquarters, you have to have a conversation with Megan's mum, and it's actually possible to skip this conversation doing something we just call old lady skip. If you unholster your weapon at the right time, instead of talking to you, she's just going to say no, please don't shoot, and you can move on immediately. I didn't mention this because we don't really know why it works, and at the moment no one can even get it anymore. It's just something that we know exists, and that some people used to be able to get. My current feeling is that it's to do with hardware, but I can't really test that, so I didn't want to overcomplicate things by mentioning it and not even being able to showcase it in the video. The next is in the police station morgue. If you fall into the room with the coroner and the body that we need the chip from, you can actually clip out of this room using a barrel. It's really stupid and really hard to do, and regardless of how much practice you do, barrel clips are inconsistent, so I would really not recommend doing it. But if you do fall in, it is possible. I would still strongly suggest just reloading and doing the clip again, but you can clip out. Yeah, the final two things are in Derelict Row. The first thing is that you can actually pick up the grenades faster than I did in the video, and the second is that when you're taking the barrel towards where we do the boost, you can actually throw it part of the way. To pick up the grenades faster, just move directly towards them and grab the weapon upgrade first, and then you can just grab them from the top rather than having to go all the way around and grab the grenades from the side. In terms of the barrel, you can throw it part of the way. The reason I didn't do this in the video is that it makes a lot of noise, and then the guards turn to look for it, or the gang members turn to look for it, and you have to kind of wait for them to stop and turn around again. And I didn't want to make this confusing, as it saves a very marginal amount of time, and in my opinion it's not even really worth doing. You can't really fail the walking version, because no one's listening, no one can hear you, you walk to the boost and you do it. Whereas if you throw the barrel and you move at the wrong points and they see you, then you have to reload and do it again. So I didn't want to talk about this, but if you do want to do that, just practice that a little bit, find out where you need to throw it exactly, when you need to wait. And you can do that if you want, I just didn't want to talk about it in the video. Okay, the next small thing is in Hengsha 1. When you're throwing the box to the train station, just a really small thing here, try not to hit the police officer. If you hit the police officer with the box, it is going to kill you. That's all I wanted to say about that, I just wanted to make that clear. The next one as well is just a small thing, just a sort of clarification, and I just wanted to drive this point home really. In the TYM alternate strat video, I talk about it being about 30 to 40 seconds slower than doing the TYM boost. But you gotta remember that that's if you're very comfortable doing TYM boost. That's if you're fast at doing it and you can get it quickly every time, then it's about 30 to 40 seconds faster. If you're even somewhat slow at doing this, you're gonna save a lot less time. Generally less, considerably less than 20 seconds. So that's something to keep in mind. 30 to 40 seconds is only after you've practiced it a lot and you're fast at doing it. Okay, this one's a little complicated for me to explain without showing it off, so I'm just going to mention the existence of this threat and then post a link in the description of a video showing how it's actually done. It saves, I want to say about 5 seconds over the course of the run, and it basically involves using our EMP grenade at the beginning of Picus to skip the Icarus fall down to the funicular. And then we have to grab an EMP mine in Yelenas' room so that we can use that for the final clip in Panchaea. So I'll link a video of that in the description. And now I just want to do a few shoutouts and thanks. So shoutouts to most of the DXHR Speedrun community, more specifically to Jelmer, APJJM and Bildoktorn / Zefie, he goes by 2 names, for making the run what it is at the moment. Then thanks to everyone who watched these tutorial videos before I released them and gave me feedback and tips as to what I should include here and potentially change in the videos themselves. And then finally, thanks for watching. So thanks to you guys.